Hey guys, welcome to class. I am sorry I can't make it today. I've got some type of cold or flu or something. So, you guys are going to have to review for the benchmark on your own. Now remember, the benchmark is going to replace one of your test grades. So, take it seriously, take the review seriously, because some of you need to bring up your quarter grade. The quarter ends in just a few weeks, and this is kind of our last chance to really bring up our grades, okay? So let's do our best today. Alright, so go ahead, warm up here, fill out your charts. You can go ahead and pause the video and then unpause it when you finish. Alright, so hopefully you finished the chart. So what we're going to do is take a look at what it should look like. So this first one should say SOHCAHTOA, right? If we look here, we got O over H, Ka, A over H, and then Toa, A over A. Okay? And then on this chart, we should have our n minus 2 times 180, our 360, our n minus 2 times 180 all over n, and our 360 over n. So over here, we've got, our four formulas: n minus 2 times 180, 360, n minus 2 times 180 over n, 360 over n. And make sure we get these guys into, right, interior, exterior, sum, and 1. Hopefully by this point you're really good at it. That is the first thing that you should do when you start the benchmark, is go ahead and write these two things down to help you with the different problems you might find. Okay? So, let's take a look at some problems. Today we're going to talk about triangle inequalities. If you're looking for a section to your notes, it's triangle inequalities, which is spelled like this. We're just going to do a little review with that. Okay, so start here. See if you remember how to order the angles from smallest to largest. Pause the video if you need to, and go ahead and see if you can order the angles from smallest to largest. Alright, so if you remember from before, it's been a while, I know, but if you remember from before, what we're going to do is we're going to pick our smallest side and we're going to go opposite, and that's going to come up with angle F. Okay? And then we're going to take our medium side and go opposite, and the next smallest angle is angle D. And then we're going to take our biggest side and go opposite, and that's going to be angle E. So my correct answer is angle F, angle D, angle E. Alright, so let's take a look at the next one. See if you can go ahead and solve this one. See if you can figure out which one of these is the right one. Alright, if you need to pause the video, we'll go through the solution here. Alright, so if we take a look here, what I'm going to do is look at this. Is A the greatest side? Well, look, what's my biggest side? My biggest side is going to be B. B is my largest side, or greatest side if you want to do G. Is A the least? Well, let's take a look. Well, the least side looks like or least angle is coming over here at 7 or C. So this is my smallest. This is my largest. This is my smallest. This is my middle side, right? So those aren't right. I'm going to cross those guys out. Now let's take a look at C. Is C the largest? No, C is not the largest. Is C the least? Yes, we know that C is the smallest of the angles, right? So when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to what they're asking for. But again, this isn't bad. Take your smallest side, go opposite. That's going to be your smallest angle. So let's try going the other way. See if you can order these sides from least to greatest. Alright, so if you need to pause the video, what we're going to do first is we're going to solve for this angle right here. So if you remember, there's 180 degrees in a triangle. So we're going to subtract out 64. We're going to subtract out 55. And we are going to see what is left over once I do that. I subtract them both out. And I think I get something like 61 degrees. And so now I'm going to go ahead and order them least to greatest. So my smallest one, Now remember, they're asking for sides here. They're not asking for angles. So don't give me like A, then C, then B. You need to order the sides, and sides have 2 letters. So if I'm going to order these, I'm going to go BC as my first side. And then I'm going to go medium is AB. And then my biggest one, opposite from my biggest angle, is AC. Okay? So let's take a look at another problem. Go ahead and you can try this one on your own. I'm not going to work through it just because I want to keep this video moving. I want to make sure you have plenty of time to do your work. But go ahead and try it if you would like. I'll just run through the answer real fast. Alright, if you solve this correctly, what you should have gotten was, this is going to be our smallest DE. That's my smallest. My medium one is going to be EF. So EF will be the medium one. Sorry, I'm not real good with doing this with a mouse rather than with my hand. And then the last one is going to be opposite this angle. If you solve it out, it comes out to, I think, 74, and you get DF. Okay. If you need an explanation, go ahead and watch the last problem. I worked through that one a little bit better. Alright, this is the hardest type of the problems that you might see today. Okay. Hickory, Wilson make an angle 41. Wilson and Pecan make an angle of 67. Go ahead and find the streets from shortest to longest. Go ahead, pause the video, see if you can get this one done. Alright, so what I would do is I would go ahead and make yourself a triangle. I know it's kind of a wobbly triangle, but you can live with it. Now, normally, when we put things on our triangles, we're putting them up here at the vertexes, right? Well, this is a special case where that's not going to work for us because we're talking about streets, right? We're doing streets, and streets aren't like at a corner. Streets are actually the whole road. So I'm going to call this road Hickory. I'm going to call this one Wilson, and I'm going to call this one Pecan. Okay? And what I'm going to do is plug in my angles. I see that between Wilson and Hickory, it's 41, so I'm going to put that 41 right up here. Between Wilson and Pecan, I'm going to put a 67. I'm sorry, that's right here. And then I'm going to do my 180 minus 67 minus 41, and that comes out to what, like 72, I believe? So this guy is 72. Alright, now I need to order the streets from shortest to longest. So I'm going to pick my smallest one and go opposite. That's Pecan. Pecan is my shortest street. Pick my medium one and go opposite. I'm getting to Hickory. And then the last one, Wilson. Okay, remember you can also cover up your triangle. You can cover up your smallest angle. See what letters left over. Cover up your medium. See what's left over. You could do it that way too. Alright, you can try this one on your own if you would like. We're not going to work through it today, okay? But you could draw your triangle and solve it just fine. Alright, we've got 2 types of problems left. So, first type, we need to talk about, is it a triangle? So, let's run through this one real fast. What you're going to do is you're going to take your 2 smallest sides and add them together. So 7 plus 8 is 15. Is 15 bigger than 13? Yeah, 15 is bigger than 13, so that's going to work for me. I'm looking at a triangle. This can be a triangle because the 2 smallest sides add up to be bigger than the biggest side. So why don't you try this one? Can this be a triangle? Go ahead and pause the video. Alright, so hopefully you've solved this. What we're going to do is we're going to pick my 2 small sides. Now remember, I'm doing 5 and 12. It's not your first 2 sides, it's your 2 smallest sides. So I'm going to do 5 plus 12. And I'm going to get 17. Now, is 17 bigger than my biggest side? No, it's equal. 17 equals 17. So this cannot be a triangle. Okay, kind of got carried away there, sorry. So just add your 2 smallest, see if it's bigger than biggest. All right, last type of problem. We'll go through 2 of these problems. We'll be done. Okay? What is the range of the third side? You can pause the video, see if you remember how to do this. All right. Hopefully you remembered how to do this. What you're going to do is you're going to go 7 minus 5 on one side. And you're going to go 7 plus 5 on the other side. 7 minus 5 is 2. 7 plus 5 is 12. My final answer is that 2 is less than x is less than 12. This whole thing is my final answer. The reason is because it's a range, right? There should be a range of numbers. So x is between 2 and 12. All right, go ahead and try this one. See if you can solve it. Figure out if it's A, B, C, or D. So let's take a look. 18 minus 11 on one side. 18 plus 11. Subtract on one side, add on the other. This comes out to 7. This comes out to 29. 7 is less than x is less than 29. Now, I know we're tempted to say, oh, I see a 7. Oh, and I see a 29. But remember, we want something in between these two numbers. So I'm actually going to go ahead and cross these guys out because 7 and 29 aren't in between here. We need a number in between. So I look, is 5 between 7 and 29? No. Is 27 between is 27 between 7 and 29? Yeah. So my correct answer here is C. It's between the two numbers. And if I wanted to check it, I could just add these guys up. See if they're bigger than 27, and they are. They come out to 29, right? All right. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to do the 18 problems on the SOL Review Triangle Inequalities. If you just go to Classroom, click on the link, it'll take you there. Now I know 18 problems is so much, but that's why I'm giving you the most of class. You should have about 30 minutes or so to do this. If you stick to it, you can knock it out, turn it into the box, and just be done with it, okay? So just go ahead, buckle down, get the work done. Remember, we have the benchmark tomorrow, so please make sure you do a good job because you want to be able to do well on the benchmark tomorrow, okay? So go to Classroom, click on the link, do all 18. Hopefully I'll see you Thursday. If not, if I happen to be sick, don't goof off on the benchmark because I'm not there, okay? Do a good job because this is the last time to really one of the last times to bring up your grade before the quarter. The quarter is ending in about 2 weeks or so. Okay, so do a good job, knock it out of the park, do a good job on this. It's really easy. You guys are going to be great. You'll be fantastic. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.